Hi everyone, my name's Anthony Cummins and I want to do a video today on the meaning of the word us. It's become an extremely popular thing to debate. Can you say us? Can you not say us? And what does it mean and where did it start? Now, one of the people I'm subscribed to, a man called Dean, has just done a video on this, and I would like to make a response, but it's not just a direct response to him. I'm actually doing it because I keep seeing this subject crop up, and I didn't know anything really about it, so I went on a bit of a research hunt, and I very quickly came across some information on it. Now, the word us, I cannot tell you what its origin is, but the kanji to represent it is to push and endurance, i.e. to push yourself through endurance, to a point of endurance. And the word appears to have been introduced to the dojo world through Kyokushin, a karate school which was started by Mas Oyama. Now, in the debates, especially what Dean has just done, it's said you're not allowed to use it to seniors, it's a negative word, it's a bad word, and you should never be using it in a dojo. And I want to say that's actually wrong. You can use it in a dojo, you can use it to seniors, and you can use it in your martial arts environment. Now, I phoned some of my karate friends. One of them is a 5th dan in Kyokushin, and which in a martial arts school, most martial arts schools, is very high, and I've asked them to do some research and get some of their old books out. So I'm going to show you the research from a book here, which was written in about 1985, in the height of the sort of karate boom, if you will. And it was directly from Kyokushin students who were studying in Japan, and this is what they're telling us what we can or cannot use about this word. And I'm going to read it to you now, but it's from this book. Right, the word us implies to push oneself to the limit of one's ability and to endure. In the Kyokushin school, it is a greeting. It can also be used to replace the words such as yes, all right, good, I will do it, and excuse me. In fact, according to my observations, a student is expected to never say hi, like hi sensei, to his seniors, but to use the word us instead. So there you go, it's saying you should use the word us to seniors out of respect. According to Mr. Terimoto Yamazaki, who's a 3rd dan at the time in the 1980s, that was high, who was the champion of the first All-Japan Open Karate Tournament of Kyokushin, held in 1966, the word us is, and this is his quote, of 10,000 meanings, expressing the willingness to strive against all odds, to persevere on the courteous road to physical, mental and spiritual strength, a communication of respect to one's seniors and a responsibility to one's juniors. I asked about that quote to the Kyokushin guy, and basically it means when you say it to your senior, you're like, I will push, I will endure and push through. And when you say it to a junior, it's like, I will push you and bring you up to endurance, I will help you. Indeed, the character, the first kanji, can mean, among other things, to push, to do in spite of, to stop, to check, to restrain, to subdue, to control, to estimate, conservatively, or weight, authority, self-confidence. And the next one, which is the same kanji used for shinobi, is to endure, nin, to persevere, from the word kannin, forbearance and perseverance. According to Mr. Cameron, who is a 2nd dan, a prominent Australian student of karate who spent 3 months living as a living student, the word, obviously in Japan, in Kyokushin, the word encompasses infinite variation of meanings. Us, at its simplest, means perseverance under pressure. At its most profound, it assumes a Zen-like spiritual ambiguity. Everything and yet nothing. A plea to the soul to overcome the frailties of the human condition. The single word expresses the philosophy of karate. A good student is expected to have the spirit of us. This is the underlying force of tradition which affects the karate practitioner's execution of duties, physical training and human interaction. So guys, what does that all mean? Basically, you've got people on one hand going around going, us, 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 us. And you've got people like Dean who've just done the video saying, you can't use it, it's a bad word, you know, you can't use this. Well, right, the guys who pretty much, Kyokushin, who pretty much brought it into the martial arts world, this is their guys in the 80s. So when you hear second dan and third dan and fifth dan, that's not low in the 1980s. That's very quite high. And these are guys who were living in Japan. One of them obviously won the tournaments and they're training with Mas Oyama, and they're saying it's a sign of respect to your seniors. It's a sign of saying, I will do this, I will endure. So it's not at all a negative term, it's a very positive term. So if you want to use it, you can use it in the dojo. It is a sign of respect, and it's a sign to say, you know, I will push myself and endure. Now, I do agree with Dean on one point, and I think, you know, I think everybody needs to tone this down. I'll put the link to his video below, but in his video, he says that somebody meets him in the street and they're just two American friends talking, and one is like, oh sir, and you're like, that is just inappropriate, that's just not good. So for example, it's like, you know, I think everybody needs to tone this word down a bit. It's like, how can I say? Should we all go for a beer? Os, you know. Should we eat Kit Kats in the break? Os. You know, it's basically they're saying it in the incorrect time. So if you want to use this word in the dojo, it's fine, but make it a very small amount and make it respectful and make it to do with only things that, you know, like for example, you know, I've looked at your cat, or I've looked at this, and this needs to change and that needs to change, like, os, you know, okay. No problem. Or come on guys, come on, get the training going, come on, push it harder, oh, you know, come on, let's go. So there needs to be specific times, and it needs to have specific intonations to get through what you're feeling. But I myself never used it, and never will use it, that's not what I do. But I was getting sick of all the people sort of like, you can use it, you can't use it, people using it when they're ordering McDonald's. It's just like, you know, getting ridiculous. Right everyone, I hope you enjoyed that. If you want to know more about Japanese culture, just press subscribe and get involved and look at what we do here. We deal with ninjutsu and samurai. If you're someone from karate, or if you're from another dojo, please, yes, use the word os, but just remember that you need to use it with a bit more respect and tone everything down a bit, and that it basically stems from Kyokushin. And so when you're using it, you're using a Kyokushin tradition. So if you don't train in Kyokushin, it's a little bit strange, but you know, it's spread to the martial arts world. It's become a martial arts tradition. It was founded and is said in Japan. It's still said in Japan and in Japanese dojos in Kyokushin to this day. That's all good. Now I have found a website, but I'm not sure about the authenticity of the website, which claims to be, you know, Mas Oyama's representative today for Kyokushin. But I'll put the links below. Please read the use of this word, and read Dojo Etiquette number 7, where, you know, and it talks about using it to seniors. This website, I'm not sure who runs it. I've tried to find out who runs it, but you know, we don't need to go that far. Basically, I think it's established that you can use this word. It's fine. Alright guys, enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy your training, tone everything down a little bit, but you know, keep going and keep the love of Japan going.